It might be interesting to judge people today by the color of their eyes. Would you like to try this? Yeah! Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Since I'm the teacher and I have blue eyes, I think maybe the blue-eyed people should be on top the first day. I mean, the blue-eyed people are the better people in this room. Oh, yes, they are. Blue-eyed people are smarter than brown-eyed people. They are cleaner than brown-eyed people. And if you don't believe it, look at Brian. The brown-eyed people do not get to use the drinking fountain. You'll have to use the paper cups. You brown-eyed people are not to play with the blue-eyed people on the playground because you are not as good as blue-eyed people. Well, the brown-eyed people in this room today are going to wear collars so that we can tell from a distance what color your eyes are.
And it seemed like when we were down on the bottom, everything bad was happening to us. It seemed like Mrs. Elliott was taking our best friends away from us.
What happened at recess? Were two of you boys fighting?
Yeah! Russell called me names and I hit him in the gut.
What did he call you?
Brown eyes.
What's wrong with being called brown eyes?
It means that we're stupider. No, not that. But, oh, that's just the same way as other people call black people niggers.
Is that the reason you hit him, John? Did it help? Did it stop him?
The first reaction I get from teachers who see this film or from who hear me discuss what I do say to me, how can you do that to these little children? How can you put those little children through that exercise for a day? And they seem unable to relate the sympathy that they're feeling for these little white children for a day to what happens to children of color in this society for a lifetime, or to the fact that they are doing this to children based on skin color every day, and I'm only doing this as an exercise that every child knows is an exercise, and every child knows is going to end at the end of the day.
Let's take these collars off. What would you like to do with them?
Throw them away.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Don't eat them like great.
You're going to interview some students tomorrow, some former students of mine, who were in my classroom the third year that I did this exercise. They were in a film called The Eye of the Storm, and we took still photographs of those children each day of that exercise, one when they were on the top and one when they were on the bottom. And I have some of those here. The interesting part about these pictures is you can take a child who's a perfectly happy, normal human being on one day, and by putting a collar on him and telling him he's inferior, you can turn him into a frightened, vulnerable, intimidated, suspicious child who cannot succeed on the day he's in the wrong place. This is Sandy on the day she was on the bottom. And this is Sandy on the day she was on the top. Sandy's the one who said, when we did our reunion 5 years after they graduated from high school, I asked Sandy whether having had this exercise when she was in third grade had changed her life at all. She's the one who said, yeah, now when I hear one of those bigoted remarks, I wish I had one of those collars in my pocket. And I could take it out and I could whip it around that person's neck and I could say, now you wear that for 2 weeks and see how you'd like to live that way for a lifetime. Rex is the one who said, I'll have that collar in my pocket for the rest of my life. I can't get that collar out of my pocket. This is just one day in these children's lives. And look at the difference. What if she had to live this way if she expected to live this way for a lifetime? You would soon begin to doubt her intelligence, and so would she. Every day of the exercise, each day of the exercise, the children had to draw themselves as they felt that day. This was all in yellow, and there's an angel on his head on the day he's on the top. On the day he's on the bottom, this is all in black, and there are flames, red flames up in here, and there's a little red devil on top of his head. But if you feel like this when you go to school in the morning, every day, or if you feel like this every morning when you go to school, are you going to do a better job than when you feel like this? And how dare society force people to live this way?